Hi Zomi community, it's Cassie Reyes, IBCLC, working with Zomi to bring you videos about lactation and pumping. And in today's video, I wanted to talk to you about pumping for a baby in the neonatal intensive care unit, or NICU. So the benefit of human milk for premature babies is that it really provides all the nutrients that they need in an optimal way, and it provides them with protective factors like antibodies, growth factors, and helps support optimal brain development. Human milk is also helpful in preventing infections, and it can lower rates of an infection that's called necrotizing enterocolitis in babies who are in the NICU. So this is just a great option if you're able to provide your baby in the NICU with some human milk. As far as developing a good pumping schedule for your NICU baby, you do want to start pumping as soon as possible after birth. Ideally within 2 to 3 hours if possible, but definitely within the first 6 hours after giving birth if the baby goes directly to the NICU. And as soon as possible after the baby does go to the NICU if it's not immediately after birth. You want to try to coordinate with the NICU staff, so talk to the nursing staff in the NICU and try to figure out your baby's feeding schedule. But you're most likely going to be pumping about every 3 hours for 15 to 20 minutes to help stimulate your milk supply and tell your body how much and how often your baby is or should be eating to help you optimize your milk production and maximize your milk production. You can also use techniques like hands-on pumping. We've talked about this in other videos where you use some massage and gentle compression while you're pumping to help optimize and maximize how much milk you're getting out. So let's talk about what to do if you're pumping in the hospital. If you're pumping in the hospital, talk to the hospital staff about their regulations and recommendations for things like how long the milk should be out before refrigerating, or how to get it from the mother-baby unit to the NICU, and things about refrigeration and labeling. All of that is really important. You want to make sure you label the milk with your baby's name or your name, whichever the hospital requires. Definitely, you're going to always want to put the date and the time on it, and find out about what refrigeration systems are in place in the hospital, whether or not you're going to be storing refrigerated milk on the mother-baby unit. Most NICUs will have a refrigerator and sometimes a freezer to help store that milk, and sometimes even in the individual rooms there will be a place to store that milk. You also want to maintain good hygiene practices when you're pumping, so good hand washing, cleaning your pump parts thoroughly after each use. You're also going to want to find out from the NICU staff what the policy is around sterilizing parts and how often to be sterilizing your pump parts and bottles. Now, it is recommended that you pump with a hospital grade pump in the beginning when you have a NICU baby until they're able to start latching and emptying milk effectively on their own. So a hospital grade pump is going to be the ideal pump to replace what your baby would have been doing and really stimulate your body and optimize your milk supply from the beginning. And then as your baby starts to transition to latching and emptying milk effectively as they grow and get stronger, you can work with the lactation either at the hospital or another lactation consultant to figure out how to either wean onto a regular home pump if you still need to do some pumping, or how to wean off of pumping and go back to exclusive nursing if that's your goal.